Good morning, and what a wonderful day to be gathered virtually again to celebrate the graduation of Basic Probation and Parole Class 502. Let's give them all a warm welcome and a applause. My name is Ron Whitmore, Superintendent of the Academy, and on behalf of our Commissioner Tony Parker, our Assistant Commissioner Lisa Helton, and our Assistant Commissioner Bobby Strader, welcome all who are watching via WebEx to this graduation ceremony. I'd like to take the time to thank the graduates for their hard work and dedication during this time in different ways that we are conducting training at this time, which is outside of the academy. So to the graduates, I say, remember, life is a journey, not a destination. Receiving your certificates today does not signal the end, but rather the beginning of a successful journey. It's what you do after graduation that will determine your success in life. Through this journey, you can plan for the future, but you cannot precisely predict it. So go ahead with the best you have to offer, and you will completely be able to deal with whatever may come your way. Today has no guarantees, but it is a day for incredible opportunity. So step confidently forward with a smile on your face when you receive your certificates, and go with it to do great things for our department. And my final charge is, I tell each class, is be ethical in your future work, lead a life of meaning and impact, and be willing to make a difference. Don't ever settle for the status quo for anything. Be that agent of change that you will always hear our commissioner speak of. At this time, I would like to introduce you all to our guest speaker, which is District Director David Dodson. And at this time, I'd like to read his bio, and then I'll turn it over to him. District Director Dodson has been with TDOC for 13 years. He began his career as a Probation Parole Officer 1 and quickly realized it was his passion in life to help others see the hidden potential. He continued to move up within the ranks of Probation Parole 3 Supervisor, later moving into the role of PSU Manager. After serving in this role for 3 years, he moved into the position of Probation and Parole Office Manager. After 4 years, he was promoted into the role of District Director in District 30. Director Dodson tries to be a powerful influence within TDOC from the local level up. He understands the importance of encouraging others by using a positive attitude. Director Dodson has taken advantage of many training opportunities offered by TDOC and continues to do so. Director Dodson is a graduate of Lee University with a BS in Pastoral Ministries. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Director Dodson.
Thank you, and good morning. It is my pleasure this morning to welcome the graduates of BPOT 50202. I know that it's been a long, but hopefully exciting experience attending this academy. I'd also like to welcome our executive staff, fellow district directors, managers, and all the academy staff that's worked so hard to get you to this point today. We're here this morning to honor your hard work and your fortitude. I personally want to welcome you to the TDOC team and congratulate you for all your hard work. We are thrilled to have you working and serving with us. You're a valuable asset to the state of Tennessee, the Department of Correction, your cities, and your communities. We can't wait to see all that you accomplish in the days ahead. Anyone watching today may remember when they too sat where you are now, a place of feeling strong, proud, and ready to get to work. Over the next several months, you will add to your list of things learned from this academy. You will face new and exciting challenges. You will soon realize you are an agent of change. We as a department strive to be better every day. I challenge you this morning to plan every day to be better. You will be challenged not only with public safety, which is always on the mind of every officer, but you will be challenged to change the lives of those you will be supervising. You will have at your dispense the knowledge of fellow officers, managers, and others up the chain of command. You will have programs available to assist those struggling to cope with society. You will have forensic social workers to refer those who need help with a variety of life and personal issues. You will have employment specialists to work alongside you to find employment for those that are unemployed or even underemployed. You will have your training that you have been going through for the last 6 weeks to draw from. You will not only change the lives of those you supervise, but you will be the agent of change in the lives of their families, mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, grandchildren, and the list goes on. You will need to see yourself as a multi-generational agent of change to be the most effective officer possible. I encourage you this morning to be an officer that sees people for who they are instead of what they've done in the past. I challenge you to be an officer that treats every individual with the utmost respect. You should be an officer that sees beyond the physical sitting in front of you every day. Be an officer which sees potential instead of mistakes. The work of TDOC is fast-paced and ever-changing. Your work will be challenging, and there may be times when you think just one shortcut will not hurt anything. It will. It does matter. We are a community of strength and honor. We do not take shortcuts in life, and we do not take shortcuts in our work. We face challenges head on with honesty, integrity, and diligence. I can assure you now, you will make a mistake at some point in your future. And I encourage you, do not let that be a catalyst into a downward spiral of work. When you make a mistake, go to your manager. Let them know what's going on. It is by mistakes we learn. And I want you to remember this. Gold is only purified after it has endured the flames of intense heat. And I'd like to share just a personal thought. When I began years ago with TDOC as a PPO1, I went into the office after the academy, and I began to look around at the officers that were working. And I noticed what officers I wanted to mimic myself as. I found the best officer in that office. Her name was Beverly Cameron. Ms. Cameron still works in the Cleveland office today. I've done all possible to get closer to her every day. Eventually, I was able to move in the cube next to her. For the next 5 or so years, she mentored me in a wonderful way. She shared her knowledge, her expertise, and her generosity. She shared with me how to treat offenders. She shared with me how to treat families. She shared with me the importance of seeing people for who they are and not what they've done. Strong at times, firm at times, gentle at times. That is the work that's in your future. And I want to share with you this one last thing. Find a mentor. Find someone good. Find the greatest officer possible and mirror that person. I want to share with you this. TDOC is a place of growth. Much time and effort has already been spent on each of you. But today is not the end of your training, but only the beginning. You will have opportunities in the upcoming days, months, and even years to continue your training. Tennessee Department of Correction is huge on training. In fact, you are expected to be the next generation of leaders within TDOC. And this morning, as I close, I wish you all the best with your service in TDOC. And I look forward to working with you and alongside you in the future. Thanks.
Wonderful words. Thank you, D.D. Dodson. Thank you very, very much. I like when you mentioned treat every individual with the utmost respect and definitely do not take shortcuts. Thank you very much for those words. So moving forward, at this time, we will issue the graduation certificate, followed by A.C. Helton with her remarks and the reading of the oaths and swearing in. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and begin with the East District. So whether it's District 10, 20, 21, 30, 31, you all are up.
Representing John Jordan. Representing Miranda Robertson. Representing Janelle Russell.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. Helton. Moving on to the middle region, which is in districts 40, 41, and 80. Mr. Knight?
We have District 40, Shante Davidson. District 41, Riley Longden. District 41, Sarah White. And District 81, Kenneth Dunlap.
All right, thank you, Mr. Knight. So let's go with Murfreesboro. Mr. Askew, 50 and 51.
Aaliyah Johnson. Bree Smith. And from District 51, Abby Warren.
Okay, thank you, sir. And moving again out west, 70, 71, or is there any other district that I may be missing? So I'll turn it over to you, Mr. Wilkins.
All right, District 70, we got Andy Benson. We're also from District 70, Alicia Hayes. And also from District 70, David Rogers.
All right, thank you, sir. So at this time, I'm ready to turn it over to Assistant Commissioner Lisa Helton for the reading of the oaths.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be here and glad to see those of you who are getting ready to go back into the field and go into the FTO program and then assume a caseload. And I can assure you that your district directors and your peers there in the field are looking forward to having you back and ready to go and take caseloads. I think we've heard some really strong words this morning from D.D. Dodson and from Superintendent Whitmore. They've been right on point with the things that they discussed about having ethics, staying the course, understanding your role. They've shared some good insights about working with probationers and parolees, but also about what a probation parole officer should be in terms of ethics and maintaining your code of conduct, following policy, following practice, treating everyone with respect and courtesy, and looking forward, maintaining our job, which is, you know, essentially risk management in many ways, managing risk, but at the same time, part of managing risk is surveillance, but part of it is, of course, as D.D. Dodson mentioned, accessing all of those resources and services that offenders need to be successful in the community. So I encourage you as you go forward to keep your eye on the ball, all the balls that'll be balancing that you'll be juggling in the air with this very complex job that you're taking on. You will have 2 oaths this morning. One is the TDOC agency oath. The other is your oath as a probation and parole officer. Again, I encourage you to always keep that in mind, to honor that oath, stay the course with your ethics and your integrity. If you have questions about something, go to your district director and ask for guidance with that. I think that's critical in working in this position and in the community with law enforcement. Always keep in mind the oath that you have made. And so with that, if everyone will please stand, we'll begin with the oath. Okay, great. The first oath, as I said, is the TDOC oath. It's a little lengthy. As you recite the oath again, please confirm in your mind your personal and professional commitment to uphold the standards that are set forth in this oath. At the conclusion of the oath, I'll ask you to respond, and please respond by saying, I do. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
Speak up.
that I will fully, faithfully, impartially, and diligently perform all of the duties required of me as an employee of the Department of Correction that I will execute the laws and regulations prescribed for the government of said agency, district, or institution so far as concerns my office. That I will accept no bribes or other compensation during my continuance in office other than such compensation as is allowed by law. And that I will on no occasion ill treat or abuse any offender under my care or supervision beyond the punishment ordered by law or the rules and regulations of the Tennessee Department of Correction. Please respond, I do. Okay, thank you. Right hand up again. This is your oath of office for as a probation parole officer. I will say the word I, and then you state your name. I do solemnly swear that as a probation parole officer of the Department of Correction for the state of Tennessee I will support the Constitution of the Tennessee and the Constitution of the United States and that I will perform with fidelity and faithfully execute the duties of the office to which I have been appointed and which I am about to assume. So help me God. Thank you and congratulations to each of you. I look forward to meeting you when I'm out in the field. Superintendent, I'll turn it back over to you. You guys may be seated.
Thank you, AC. And thank you again for your continued leadership and your team for assisting training during this time. As we close, I would like to thank all instructors for their hard work. I'd like to thank community supervision leadership, especially for allowing us to use their space during this training outside the academy. I too would like to thank the DRCs for allowing us to use their training sites as well. And lastly, I would like to thank Jennifer Boyd for her continued support of the academy and from us and our team. At this time, this does conclude our graduation. So I will ask that the graduation class please stand. Class 50202, you are dismissed.
One nation, message, team.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. And again, this concludes our graduation.